Well, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or in the case of my buddy out there, Sven, guten Namen. It is Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time in sunny Florida. And that means it is once again time for everyone's favorite Wednesday afternoon activity, or, some people's favorite Wednesday afternoon activity. It's time for Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, SaleenDriver, host of the longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of. The host of the show that endeavors week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, to show that we are the definitive live stream about nothing in particular. And we do that so well. Yes, we do. 229th episode of Wednesday Afternoon Live. I started this stream as something to do during the pandemic, during the days of the Wuhan Red Death. And I just decided to keep it going. Because why not? Hanging around with my friends and other people who may or may not be my friend, but they are certainly amusing people. Yes, they are. Let's see. Hang on just a minute. Okay. Who's here so far? Well, only a few people are here so far, but that's okay. We got Sven, everyone's favorite German, everyone's favorite Mississippi State fan. And to be a Mississippi State fan, man, you have got to be dedicated. Matt Dumitz here as always, still with the avatar as the I tribute to the iconic Ozzy Osbourne. And the Battle Angel, who, when I graced her stream the other day, did nothing but throw shade at me for some reason. But, Battle Angel, I still love you. Even though some of that shade, some of it was maybe deserved, not all of it. So I'm not going to throw shade back at Battle Angel because she is, after all, the most put upon and patient woman in all of YouTube. If you know, you know. But definitely will not throw shade at Battle Angel, even though she threw some shade at me. I'm not saying that all of it was undeserved, but some of it was undeserved. Life changes and schedules change and all that. That's all I'm going to say about that. But we're still living. Oh, I see. She was in a mood. So that makes it all okay. Okay. Battle Angel was in a mood. And if you could see me, you would see I'm using the air quotes. But I know Battle Angel still loves me, or at least tolerates me very well. Let's see. Jason is here from Aruba. Good to see you, sir. Someone to bring some sanity to my stream. Steve Pearson's here. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. We're only about 10 days away from college football. Now, admittedly, the slate of games, for the most part, on week 0 are pretty much zeros all across the board. But, as I often argue, that bad hockey is better than no hockey. Bad college football is better than no college football. So we are once again, Raj. We are once again on the verge of another college football season. and that is a good thing. Now, Florida doesn't start playing until the 30th, which is my main focus. And you know what? I don't know when Harvard is starting to play. Let me look that up. Harvard, I should put football. Harvard Marxist football. There we go. Schedule. Here we go. Don't care about tickets. Okay. Why? No, I wanted schedule, not tickets. Right. Here we go. Hang on. I know nobody cares about this, but I do. And it's my stream. So let's break this out. And you know what? We're going to have a little fun right now. Now, let's see. Randy Anderson, good afternoon, sir. Vandy Dandy. Yeah, good point. You are right, sir. September 20th is the start of Harvard's season. No. There we go. Share screen. Come on. There we go. Okay, hopefully y'all can see that. Let me know if you can see that. Anyway, let's see. Harvard starts off September 20th. Yeah, they don't care about cookies. Leave me alone. Let's see. Stetson University, they are coming to Stetson in Deadland, Florida. I'm going to say that's probably a win. Then September 27th in Cambridge, that's where Harvard plays, Cambridge. They played the hated Marxists of Brown University. The reason I hate Brown so much is because my commie pinko piece of shit sister went to Brown University. And therefore, I will hate Brown University until the day I die, just like I will hate my sister until the day I die. So they'll win that game fairly easy because Brown University is a perennial doormat. Let's see. Next game is Holy Cross, at Holy Cross, in Worcester, which is nearby. And Harvard fans might travel to that high school stadium. Holy Cross is usually a decent team in that league. So, you know, could be a good game. I think they'll win. Cornell, another Ivy League game. It's at home on a Friday night. That should be a win for Harvard. Merrimack, at home versus Merrimack. I don't know much about Merrimack, so I'm just going to say win. Princeton. Princeton usually puts together a good team, as does Dartmouth. I'm hopeful they can win both games, but I'm going to say they're going to lose to Princeton because it's a road game and then turn around and beat Dartmouth. Columbia, well, not only do I hate Columbia because it's Columbia, but also because now it's a hotbed of anti-Semitism. And I hope not only does Harvard beat Columbia badly, but I hope that after Harvard leaves Columbia University, God will smite the university and cause it to be consumed by the earth in a big sinkhole. Next game is at Penn in Cambridge. Always a tough game for Harvard and for Penn. I'm going to go a Harvard win. and then playing their final game, the original game against Yale, one of the oldest college football rivalries in the history of college football. And even though it's at Yale, I'm going to say win for Harvard. So it looks like, how many games did they play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9-1. The only loss is going to be to Princeton. Hopefully I'm right. Anyway, that's a fairly typical Harvard schedule. And I hopefully will be entertained by it all. Let's see. Is my sister financially successful? Probably, but she's never had children. She's single at age 58. She has a dog that's about ready to die of old age. And she generally finds men who are either drunks or stupid or mama's boys. So she is personally a miserable ball of human hate. And I hope she dies in pain. Thank God for the rest of humanity, she's going to die childless. Because I guarantee you, if she bred, that would truly be the spawn of Satan. Victor, welcome back to Georgia. State where people are mostly sane. Hope you had a good trip. Sven, yep, 9-1. That's my prediction. Princeton will probably beat us because it's at Princeton. That's the only reason I'm giving Princeton the edge in that game. I could see Harvard easily going 10-0. I could also see them going 8-2. But I think they will contend once again for the Ivy League championship. So I'm hoping for a good season for the Harvard Crimson. Probably a better season for the Harvard Crimson than for my Florida Gators, who I still say will be a 6-6 team. I don't care what Octavian thinks. Well, she's not going to go to a church because she's Jewish, although given that she's a Marxist and a piece of shit human being, she's probably what we call a self-loathing Jew, meaning that she hates her Judaism. And she certainly won't go to a bowling alley because that's where the horrid proles go, and she will not associate with such people. So she's not going to find love, Matt. What she's going to do is she's going to find loneliness for the rest of her miserable life. And I hope I outlive her so that I can live long enough to dance on her grave, which will probably be up in Maine. So I'd have to travel up to Maine to do that. But yeah, I wish nothing but pain and misery for her. No, she's not better than the masses. She's just more arrogant. Bus station. Again, the same thing with libraries, bowling alleys. She's not going to go to a bus station. And church, she won't go to a church because she's not Christian. Although she did marry a Catholic. And that marriage blew apart in a couple of years. So, such is life. Don't care. She's up there, I'm down here, and I'm nice and safe from her because as long as Florida has heat and humidity, she'll never come back. I guarantee you she won't come back when my mom passes away. I mean, she didn't even say a word when my dad passed away. So what do you guys want to talk about? I certainly do not want to spend 2 hours talking about my fucking sister. She won't go to a synagogue, Vic. She'll burst into flames if she walks in. Spawn of the devil cannot walk into holy ground. They'll burst into flames. And like I said, I don't want to spend 2 hours talking about my piece of shit sister. So what do y'all want to talk about? You certainly don't want to talk about Harvard football. I can guarantee that. So what else can we talk about? Let's see. What's going on in my life? Not that anyone cares, but I'll just, mention it ever so briefly. Had to turn my Saleen into a body shop to get a little repair work done. They've had it since Monday. Haven't heard anything. I don't want to talk about the NBA. God, help me. Well, what do you want to talk about with the NBA, Jason? Yeah, I turned the Saleen into a body shop. It took some damage on a recent road trip. I was driving back home near the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. If you don't know what that is, go Google it. And there was some road debris that I couldn't see because the road debris was black. It was a piece of tire. And it was nighttime and it was raining. And I hit 2 pieces of debris. It damaged the side skirt on the left side. And it knocked the driver's front, the passenger front fender liner out of place. And it was banging around on the underside of the car. So, hopefully by the end of the week, they will have all that fixed. Yeah, Ballard, back in Florida. That's right. You moved to, where did you say you moved to? Winter Haven? Yeah, there is no NBA right now. MJ is going to be a commentator or contributor. Oh, okay. Well, at least we know that, well, we don't know what MJ is now, but he didn't used to be one of these woke, politically correct weenie bastards, but you never know what NBC will make him do in the commentary booth. But even MJ being a contributor for the National Bitches Association isn't going to make me watch. Oh, absolutely, Sven. Yeah, NBA is unwatchable. It used to be a great sport, but now it's unwatchable. They don't even play basketball anymore. They just shoot from the outside all the time. Nobody plays defense. Nobody rebounds. Nobody does anything. They just stand around and cash checks. MJ will be drunk and say to her, yeah, probably. Is MJ going to be a contributor, or is he actually going to be on commentary for games, or is he going to be, back in the studio doing analyst things? I don't know. I'm more interested in when hockey starts back up than basketball, obviously. I'm hoping the Bruins will have a better season this coming year. In women's basketball, they crawl on the floor for the ball. Yeah, but in women's basketball, they're having a problem with people throwing dildos on the court. You see the video of that? I think that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. People are actually throwing rubber dildos or plastic dildos onto the basketball court. Like these nappy-headed hoes know what to do with a dildo. I mean, come on now. Let's get real. They don't want dildos, so I don't know why people are throwing them on the court, but I think it's funny as hell. Back when Tim Duncan and Jack were going after each other. Yeah, true. They're paying MJ $40 million. Damn. $40 million to sit in a chair and talk. Yeah, great work if you can get it. I mean, geez, come on. Raj. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah, seriously, Matt. I mean, yeah, hire me. I can talk. You know, I'll do commentary or contribution on stuff. Hell, you can pay me $4 million a year. I'll do it for 1/10 the price. Yeah, I'll do it for 10% of that price. I'll take that gig. $400K. No, 40 million, not 400,000. I mean, well, anyway, 400. Yeah, I'll talk nonsense for 400,000 a year. Sure, I'll do that. I mean, I talk nonsense right here and now and don't get paid a damn thing. So, I'll do that. Hang on a minute. Hang on. No, he's not doing play-by-play. That's too bad. I would like to hear him do play-by-play or at least color analyst. Joshua's here. Didn't see you here last week, Joshua. Good to see you back. There's no way MJ will be calling in. No, he wouldn't do that. Oh, you'll take 1%. Okay, well, I'll take 1% of 40 million. Yeah, I'll do it. I would like 10%. I mean, I could take 4 million and turn that into much more with some good investment. But yeah. No. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Josh. I hope you're feeling better. Let's see. Let's get that link dropped. Well, Sven, yeah, I may not need $4 million, but I'm not that old that I can't spend some money. I expect to live another 25 odd years, maybe 30. But what about my kids? I got to think of my kids. They got to inherit, assuming there's a world left to inherit. We are starting to build a list U.S. side watch review. Let's see. Who do I suggest? Well, certainly Random Rob. Wrong Time Watch, definitely. Watch Chris. Myself, of course. Hang on, Sven. Hang on. There you go. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Jason, yeah, definitely me. Yeah, I'm self-promoting. Me, Random Rob, Wrong Time Watch, Watch Chris. Let me look at some other folks and let me put a list together, and I'll PM you on Messenger some more suggestions, but definitely those four. Definitely yourself, of course. I mean, who else do I watch? Raj. Who's the guy that? Wait a minute. What is that? Who's the guy that runs Watch Lounge? That's another Chris. The guy who does Watch Lounge. Okay. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I'll do that. Let me. Yeah, Chris Thorne. Right. Absolutely. Him too. You know what? I even though it's a long shot, I would throw an email to Urban Gentry. You know, I know he's not the biggest guy on micro brands, but you never know. Understand. Jason, Watch 6'2". Put him on the list too. Definitely consider Watch 6'2" to review the watch. Do I have a will? Of course I do. Anyone with any kind of intelligence has a will. I mean, wouldn't you agree, Sven?
Approved.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a will for forever. I might need. I think I probably need to have it reviewed. Hey Vic, how you doing? Yeah, my will is about 15 years old. I think I should have it checked over just to make sure it's current. But yeah, definitely got to do that. Joshua, I'm not getting into the contents of my will. I suffice to say I have one, and we'll just drop that subject, please. Ballard,
Saleen, what's up?
Look at this dude. Look at this dude.
Yeah. Now welcome back to the free state of Florida.
Ballard's a
Free
Florida
state.
man.
I'm a Florida man. Whoa.
Yeah. Now, where did you get? Now, wait. You moved back to the Tampa area?
Yeah. I'm with my parents.
So that's not in. Oh, where did I just say?
I'm not in Alabama anymore.
No, I know that, but you're not in Winter Haven, are you?
No.
No,
I kind of want to tell you. I'm gonna put where I am in the private chat for you.
Yeah,
you don't have to do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I don't care. I trust Sven and Vic too. I just don't like saying
we won't tell
it publicly just in case.
Yeah, we won't tell.
I'm just curious if
okay. I know where that is.
Yeah,
I know where that
Ballard, you want to hear a story?
What's up,
I
Sven?
was there. The greatest female baseball player of all time comes from there.
Yeah.
Chelsea Baker, the greatest. She's in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I played with my team in Invitational. We won the German League in 2012. We beat Rammstein Air Base for the first time in a million years. And we went to an Invitational to qualify for the Little League World Series in Williamsport. And we played an Invitational there. And on the mound,
shots fired by Vandy Dandy.
For this team was a lady, 12 years old, Chelsea Baker. And she threw a knuckleball. Her coach was the Hall of Famer Joe Negro. Saleen maybe heard this name, Joe Negro. He's a Hall of Famer.
No, I've heard the name, man.
So, and we lost 29-zip. This lady killed us, and we were the best team in Europe. at this
Don't
time.
you guys have the mercy rule?
We had no chance at all. It was absolutely crazy.
Don't you guys have a mercy rule? I mean, 29 to nothing. I would think I would have called the
No, it was an invitational and a pre-qualifier for the Little League World Series. There is no
That's
mercy
awesome.
rule.
I
by the way,
don't know what that means.
Bella, did you know that this little place is the strawberry capital of the world?
Now we don't want to say that. That's a dead giveaway.
Yeah. Okay.
So, do you want to respond to Vandy Dandy on this, or you just want to let it go?
Why did my parents beg me to come back then, Vandy? They missed me. They were so happy. They've never been happier that I'm here. So to say that, you're just,
now that you're back there, what are you going to do? Are you going back to school, or are you going to?
Yeah. I'm gonna go to school. Gonna go to school down here. Go to that Southeastern College in Lakeland, if you know where that is.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah,
more or less, I know where that is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember this. I don't remember.
I don't know how I told it in the moment, but yeah, I moved out.
That's what you said. I think what you said is they kicked you out.
Well,
yeah, that's what you said.
My parents never kicked me out, but when I graduated high school and got into UF, they sort of encouraged the idea that once I left, don't come back.
Yeah, they encouraged you to kick yourself out.
Well, you know what? I actually couldn't wait to leave because I didn't want to leave my folks. I love my folks, but to get away from that piece of shit sister of mine, the only way I could get out of there faster is you strung a rocket to my ass.
Right. So you you self-deported. Yeah.
Damn right I did. Traveling Fools is here. Google women's names and strawberry. Oh God. You know what, Ballard?
I don't even get what he's saying.
I don't get it.
I don't get the women's name part, but I get the strawberry capital part. So I don't think you're going to be able to keep this a secret.
What is strawberry capital?
That's the town I'm in.
There's a certain city in Florida that's known for its strawberries, and that's as far as I'll go. If Ballard wants to expand on that.
Yeah, saying the clues that were left because of that softball player that Sven said. But yeah.
Most young people live at home until 22 to 25 now, unless their parents pay for it. Well, yeah, that's true. But I got to say that both my daughters have been out of my house since they both went off to college, and they never came back to live with me.
Well, is it fair to say that I'm probably doing good living at home, considering the price of some of these apartments and stuff there?
You know what,
man,
it's the right thing.
That Ballard, I'll just tell you, as a parent, given the cost of housing nowadays, and the fact that you, like my younger daughter currently and my older daughter up to about 5 years ago, as a full-time student, your income choices are limited. If I, as a parent, am able to help my kid out until they get out of school and on their feet, I was and still would be happy to do it. Because my sacrifice of my privacy or whatever is well worth making sure that my kid gets every advantage of getting a good start in their future. I worked very, very hard, and and so that my kids would be able to go to college and graduate with minimal debt or no debt in the case of one of them. So that already gives them a leg up over 95% of their colleagues because they don't have student loan debt to deal with. And that was me. I chose to make those sacrifices so that my kids would have that like my parents did for me. And hopefully they will do for their children. Now, not all parents can do that. I understand that. But whatever a parent can do to help their child while they're getting their education, if it's having them live at home, if it's giving them money, if it's paying certain bills or whatever, as a good parent, you should be willing to do that because after all, you brought them into this world. You certainly have a responsibility for getting them going in this world. Now, at a certain point, now my older daughter is completely independent. My younger daughter is about a year away from that. And at a certain point, my younger daughter will be expected to do the things she needs to do, adulting. And she knows that, and she complains about it constantly, but that's her personality. She is, after all, her daddy's kid. But your parents are doing for you because they want to and because they have the ability to. Vic is the same thing. Your parents do for you because they can. And, Sven probably does for his children because he can and because he wants to.
I did it. I don't do it anymore. They
right.
are old.
And in a year or two, I'll be able to say
they are old enough. My kids are a little bit older than yours, Saleen.
Yeah. Jason agrees with me. Same here. Worked hard for my kids. Difference is I did not send them to college. They're free to go to career now early.
Saleen, there's a big difference. College in Germany is near free.
Okay,
if you send your kid 5 years, let's say, to Harvard or to Tuscaloosa or to Athens, it costs you 50 grand. So if I send my daughter to the best university in Berlin, what is not a private university, a normal university, Humboldt University, it's a well-known university in the world. It costs me for 5 years, let's say, 2 grand. Yeah, it's easy.
Oh. Well, my older daughter,
I had way less to sacrifice than you, way less.
Now, my older daughter went to University of Florida. Yes, she is a Gator. She qualified for a program here in Florida called Bright Futures. And if you're Florida, you know about Bright. In the short version of Bright Futures is if you qualify for it in high school and you earn it, Florida will pay. The state of Florida will pay your tuition at any state university for the 4-year undergraduate degree. So my older daughter went through University of Florida. All 4 years, her tuition was paid for. Now, we had to pay for her books and her living expenses, but the tuition was paid for by the state.
That's good.
And that helped a lot. I got to tell you, that cut my costs down a ton. My younger daughter, unfortunately, did not qualify for Bright Futures, but she went on a different path, and it still didn't, she obviously paid in-state tuition. And her path was less expensive than it could have been, but the money I saved on the older daughter, I ended up spending on the younger daughter. But the younger daughter found her groove in her senior year in high school and beyond. Her grade point average right now is actually as good as her sister's and better than mine was. My girls are very smart, but the younger one just needed a good kick in the butt. But I'm very, very proud of both my daughters. Very, very proud of both of them. And one of them's already made a hell of a career, and the other one is going to make a hell of a career. As a matter of fact, when she moved from Tampa back to Sarasota and needed to get a job and an internship, organizations sought her out. She didn't have to go applying anywhere. They found out that she was coming through their contacts in Tampa, and they sought her out to come and do an internship for them. And that actual internship actually also turned into a job as well. So
nice.
Very proud of her for that.
That's good.
Yeah. And that was the kid I was worried about more. I was more worried about the younger one than the older one.
Yeah.
And it turns out now I don't have to worry about either of them up to a point. And Vandy Dandy, most degrees are near useless. Yeah, I can't argue with that. But fortunately, University of Florida and University of South Florida have decent amount of respect. And I tell you something, schools you think that should have respect out there in the world don't have the respect they used to. Here in Aruba, they send kids to the Netherlands for college. Ouch. That cannot be cheap. Ooh, Raj. Joshua says, I not sacrificed a little more your great parents spent in sleep.
What? Okay.
How
do we translate that into English?
And that was good enough. Anyway,
I'm gonna clip VicTube saying that. That's a good stinger right there.
Go ahead.
How do we translate that to English?
Well,
I be like anytime Nate talks.
Sometimes we don't speak English so good.
Yeah, I can talk with Jason Dutch. This is no problem. I can't speak Dutch, but I can write and read it.
Mm-hmm.
Near perfect.
Jason who?
I can't really speak anything.
Yeah. Here in Aruba, they send the kids to Netherlands for college.
Oh, Jason. Oh, okay. Design. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had a brain for it.
So, and if they send the kids to the Netherlands, they must speak Dutch.
Mm-hmm.
I know someone in Venice. Our dear friend Leslie Gettinger, who is a art broker and general fixer type person. She acts as a conduit between collectors and the artists. She has a young son, and he is 19, 20. He goes to school in the Netherlands, and recently just transferred over to finishing school or something like that in The Hague because he wants to become a diplomat. So
yeah, Haag is a very famous school.
That might be the one. Have to check.
It's Haag.
Haag.
Yeah, Haag.
Jason, I ain't off of that position myself. I used to hold college in high esteem, always respect the select few. Now, colleges have become so radicalized nowadays. It's hard to respect a lot of them anymore. A lot of them have gone off the fucking deep end.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling fools. I speak fluent Pig Latin and speak. I personally speak 2 languages myself, English and bad English. Jason said, I understand Dutch, self-taught. Dutch is taught here in Aruba. We are a Dutch colony. Okay. Well, do you speak Arabic? Because you're going to Dubai in a few months. That should be interesting. Well, actually, in Dubai, they probably speak English. So
it's going to Dubai.
Yeah. Guten Tag.
Yeah, we Joshua, we knew that. You told us that before. And my daughter, my younger daughter, actually works with autistic children as part of her internship and her job. So
That's nice.
I don't know where that comes from. I mean, both my kids love working with kids. My older daughter is a first grade teacher. My younger daughter wants to be a social worker and works with autistic children. I have no idea where that came from.
Yes, they didn't get it from you.
Well, I don't think they got it from their mother either. I mean, their mom
you.
has less interest in being a mom than anything else. I mean, she doesn't even. I mean, both my kids say, they say, I don't talk to Ma anymore. Meaning they're my ex-wife. She moved to Alabama, and that's it. I mean, she just doesn't communicate with her kids anymore. And the younger one is actually talking about not inviting her to her graduation next year.
Wow.
I said, "Oh, come on, you gotta invite your mom. She may not show up, but you got to extend the invitation." Well, what about Aunt Melissa? I said, "No, you don't extend the invitation." I said to my younger kid, I said, "If she shows up to your graduation, I'm not coming."
Wow.
Oh, look at Jason, the Renaissance man. Speaks English, Tagalog, Spanish. I don't know what that is.
Papiamento.
I don't know what that is. And a little Dutch.
Yeah.
I don't. What is Papiamento? Where is that?
I'm lost. I don't know.
It's a local language of one of these islands.
Yeah, what is Tagalong? I thought that
Tagalong
was
is what they speak in the Philippines.
Right, I thought Tagalong was a Girl Scout cookie.
What? Girl Scout cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tagalong. Isn't that the peanut butter cookie?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Which are delicious, by the way, but they're getting expensive. Oh, yeah. Papiamento is the local language of Aruba and Curacao.
That's what I thought. One of these islands.
I honestly didn't know that. I just learned something new today. Okay.
By the way, Vic, what have you in common with Mississippi State, the Florida Gators, and the Oklahoma Sooners? What has the University of Georgia in common with Georgia, Oklahoma, and Mississippi State? Right now, today.
I don't know.
Outside, we're playing together in the SEC. I tell you, look it up. All three of these schools, or four, play the same amount of ranked teams as the University of Penn State and Indiana combined.
Wow.
Georgia plays the same amount. Only Georgia plays the same amount of ranked teams.
As all those other three teams.
No.
That you just mentioned.
No. Georgia plays the same amount of ranked teams as Penn State and Indiana combined. Mississippi State plays the same amount of ranked teams as Penn State and Indiana combined. The same with Florida and the same with Oklahoma. And Syracuse has one more. Syracuse plays 9 ranked teams. They play 4 playoff teams and 5 other ranked teams. This is absolutely nuts. But it's lower ranked teams like SMU and like this. But still a playoff team. I mean, the Big Ten says, you have to go. I mean, I would love to have a 9th conference game, but to say, of course, of the week schedule, I mean, if Georgia plays the double amount of ranked teams as Penn State and Indiana, this is crazy. In the Big Ten, there are 4 teams. They rule everyone. So you have 2-3 teams who can beat everyone on any given day, like a Iowa or something like that. So, and the rest is absolute bullshit, like Mississippi State right now.
Yeah.
There is no chance in hell that a Purdue or a Northwestern beats Ohio State. There is no way in hell. There's absolutely no way in hell. But a Kentucky can beat a UGA in Lexington. And a Kentucky can beat a Ole Miss on the road. This is possible on any given day. If Georgia shows up 90% like last year, they lucked one up 13-12. They got really lucky and they couldn't lose this game. I mean, Carson Beck had a bad game, but outside of that, Kentucky was a terrible team, and Georgia was loaded as hell. But they dropped 20 passes. But there is no way Ohio State goes to Purdue and wins the game 13-12. It's 120 to zip after 1 quarter. And that's that. Huh? I don't get it.
Yeah. Hey, Saleen, I got to hop off of here, man. I appreciate you having me on. I'll try to swing by a little bit more if I can, but I love you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We appreciate you coming in whenever you can.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
And a couple of things, congratulations first of all on returning to Florida.
Yeah.
And I see, I get notified every time you post a video, and you're just churning them out. So good job on that.
Yep.
Continued success on your channel.
Thank you.
And come back anytime you want.
All right. Well, y'all have a good Wednesday, man. I'll see y'all around.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya. A rare sighting and participation by the Christian Ballard. Always good to see him. And welcome back to becoming a Floridian again.
Yeah, so you want... Oh, okay, fine. Go ahead, Saleen. Sorry.
No, I stopped you. Go ahead, Rick.
Okay, yeah, so asking if you wanted to hear a little bit about my vacation in Minnesota.
Oh, I was definitely going to get to that. I just was letting Sven finish his thought.
Yeah, if we can suspend the football talk for a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, so we did go up to Minnesota to see my sister while she's living up there.
Well, is she only living up there for a little while, or is she staying up there?
Well, we don't really know yet. Yeah, her job is about to end. I think her job is ending at the end of September. So now she's looking at getting a new job in
what does she do
in Minnesota? But it's right now she works for the forestry service.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, her job is ending, so she's looking at getting a different job. I think it's a private sector job, but in a different town. So
she wants to stay in Minnesota, but
yeah,
it's cold up there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you see, yeah. So unlike you, Saleen, you actually love my sister. I actually do have a good relationship with both of my sisters. So
see, and I envy that, if I may go there for just a second. I envy anyone and everyone that has siblings and they get along with them, because I literally have had a sibling for 58 years. And for 56 of those years, it's been 100% adversarial. I think if you combine all the times together that my sister and I were at the very least civil with each other, and I'm using the word civil in the most broadest sense of the word, you might squeeze 2 years total in broken pieces of time. And that's no way to live. It's no way to have a family where, 2 people in that family are completely at each other's throats all the time. And, my ex-wife and her brother had a great relationship right up to the point where he killed himself. And I envy that. And I told them both that constantly. And, I'll tell you to you, Vic, I mean, the fact that you have 2 sisters and you get along with them great and you have a great life, I envy that. I would give anything to have a sibling that I got along with. I mean, that would be worth a ton in my life, but I'm never going to have that. And if you guys have that, don't let that slip. And I'll get off my soapbox, and please continue, Vic.
Okay. Anyway, yes. I don't know if you saw any of my pictures that I put on Facebook or not, but
I did.
Yeah, I did put a bunch of stuff up. Yeah. And then did you see the thing about the Vic coaster? No. Yeah. Sven saw it, but yeah.
Yeah, he did a practice for the 40-yard dash at the slopes.
Yeah, because it was
He
on
beat
a
Lou
trail.
and Bad.
Yeah, it was a short, but yeah. Yes, that was pretty fun. It was like a trail. Yeah, it was like this boardwalk. Yeah. Yeah, so went up to this waterfall. So yeah.
Yes.
You had a good time, Vic, and this is the most
Yeah,
important.
I don't know how you hate someone since they were 2.
No, I don't know. All I'm saying is no. Well, I'm 60. She's 58. But my relationship with my sister has been adversarial since the earliest of the early days. I mean, okay, so it wasn't the adversarial part probably didn't start until she was like 3 or 4 or 5. So okay, 55 years of adversarial relationship instead of
So what
58.
what happened when she was 5? Yeah, is anything in particular that you remember? Or
Yeah, she used to punch me a lot and kick me and hit me, and if I ever hit her back, I would get in trouble with my parents. I mean, maybe as it should be, because I'm the boy and I'm not supposed to hit girls and so on and so forth. But when she was somewhere along the line, when she was 4 or 5 years old, she learned about kicking little boys in the balls, and she used to do that to me fairly often. And that to me is a sign of somebody who just flat out doesn't like me. So excuse me if I dislike someone who's trying to hurt me all the time.
Yeah,
physically.
I know. Yeah, we
And
can't.
one day
can't
she
blame
did
you
that
there.
to me, and when I recovered, I punched her in the nose and I actually broke it. So that sort of laid the foundation for our relationship going forward.
You know what? I have a bigger sister. She is born 64 and I'm born in 67. And my mom always told me, boy, you can do to your sister whatever you want, but I don't help you if she responds. Be careful what you're doing. And she slapped me around if I was not right. I can tell you. But I love my sister. She is a very nice lady. She has a farm in the mountains here in Germany, and we are 3 kids. I have a little brother born 69. I was born 67, and my sister is born in 64. And she was the boss. Everybody knew that. And she said, "Okay, we can go play. We play football and baseball and whatever. So or going in the woods and." when she said, "Okay, boys, we're going home," there were no, we don't go or anything. She said, "We go and we have to go." She was the boss, and that's how it was back in the days, in the early 70s. Yeah. And my mom never helped me. If my sister slapped me and I run to mom and said, "Mom, yeah, Simone hit me," she said, "Yeah, she will have a reason for that. Maybe you tell me the reason why she slapped you."
There you go. Yeah.
See, I never ran to my parents when my sister started, with the physicality. I never went to them and said, "Mommy, Melissa's hurting me." I never did that. I just, I'd either try and walk away if I could, or if she was getting ridiculous about it, I'd hit her back. But I never went. My sister was the tattletale, not me.
Yeah.
So I never went to my parents. My parents would actually walk up to, come to me and say, "If she was hitting you or doing something bad to you, why didn't you tell us?" I said, "I didn't want to. I said I'd take care of it myself." And they didn't like that answer.
Yeah, and
But
I mean,
my dad respected that answer. At least my mom was exasperated by it, but my dad respected the answer because his son was showing backbone.
Yeah, and that's what he. So that's what he would have done at that age. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a difference. I grew up in a village with less than 50 people, and the next village was
Bandy.
And the next village
inheritance
was
got nothing to do with this.
And the next village was 14 miles away.
Yeah, you lived in a village where everybody knew each other. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the mountains. We had a farm, and the farm had land, and the next house was 2 miles away on the one side and 1.5 miles in the other.
Wow.
So, yeah,
you want to take this one, Sven?
What?
You want to take that one?
Yeah, he
Germans
said they met some
follow
very
rules
uptight
religiously.
Germans.
I meet some in body, and they were very uptight. I mean, we have rules in Germany, and the Germans follow their rules. So, and this is what
I'm.
And this is what 1 minute, and this is one of the reasons why Germany is safe. It's in America. Nobody cares if there is a gun violation rule or something like that. Nobody cares.
Well, we care. We care. We just don't do anything about it. Yeah.
So, and yeah, if you would care, you would do something about it. Vic, as simple as this. I mean, I don't know how many thousand people get killed in the US every year, but it's thousands and thousands and thousands. So, and I can go outside in Berlin. It's a town twice the size of Atlanta. So, and I can go out 1:30 in the night and I'm safe. You can't do that in Atlanta. You only can. You can't walk through Atlanta. You have to go by your car. So, and the Germans, they know if they shoot someone or they rob someone, they go to jail, and it will be for a long, long time.
I'm half German and half Ukrainian. I don't feel some kind of cultural pressure to obey all the rules all the time, but I understand from my sorry, my bad. I mean, I remember my papa, my dad's dad, and my dad both, very rules focused, very and especially my papa, who was a German emigre. I mean, he was not like he was not, Prussian, goose stepping, lunatic, but he had rules, personal rules, family rules, etc., and he expected obedience to those rules. I mean, that was a culture. It's a culture,
of course.
But I've known many German people, both full German and partial German. I've never known any of them to be, to use Vandy's words, uptight about it. But the culture does have a certain obedience to the rules of society kind of bent to them, and like Sven said, there are rules that should be followed in life, and if you don't, then you should suffer the consequences.
Of course, and you will in Germany. I can promise you that. And as I said 4 weeks ago, if someone comes from Afghanistan 5 years ago, and he makes a crime in Germany, and the police get him, I can promise you,
Raj,
4 days later, he's on a plane to Kabul. I can promise you that. There is no way in hell he stays in Germany. No way in hell. And for that they call us racists and Nazis. I don't need.
Everyone calls everyone racist so much nowadays. The words.
I mean, I don't need. I don't care if you are an American, a Russian, an Eskimo, from Georgia or from Angola. If you're a foreigner in Germany, and you do criminal things and you get caught, you get the hell out of my country. And
that's the way it should be.
And in a hurry. And that's the way it should be. I mean,
Vandy, I don't understand this comment. I mean, for another example of this is in Japan, it's customary that that when you're at dinner with someone, that you, for example, if they put a bottle of water or a kettle of tea on the table, when you pour the water or pour the tea, you immediately hand it to one of your companions, and then pour your own second. I mean, that's just their custom. It's manners, and this example of the whiskey bottle, it's good manners. If it's your whiskey, you pour it for your companions. I mean, that's just a cultural thing. That's not necessarily, it's not exclusive to the German culture.
No,
that's just good manners overall.
Yeah, the best manners in the world are in Japan, and Japan is one of the safest countries in the world.
Yeah, exactly, Jason. Exactly. Singapore, Dubai, they have rules and they have known consequences for breaking the rules. And as long as you have known consequences and those consequences are enforced, you have order and safety and general prosperity. And when you don't, you have, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Atlanta,
Jackson,
Seattle, Portland, other Portland, Jacksonville, Miami.
Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi. This is a shithole. Whoa.
Yeah. But we have gone far adrift from what Vic was trying to tell us about his visit to Minnesota. So let's circle back to Minnesota.
So no, I did not. I did not run into Tampon Tim. Yeah.
It's lucky. He probably would have done something weird to you.
Really, like Like what?
I don't know. Made you use tampons. I don't know.
What? So anyway, so I told you
Philippines is the opposite.
Right. So I told you about the Vic coaster. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And the fishing.
Yeah, fishing. Yeah, I caught a fish. Yeah, I did. Caught a fish. Yeah, the fish.
Did you go to Mall of America?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Yeah,
And
we spent
unluckily,
a
he
little
lost
bit of
his
time
phone.
there.
He lost his phone on the way home.
On the airplane. Yeah.
Did you get it back?
No.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, they said they want the serial number, which I don't know how to get that. But
serial number on a stroller?
For my phone.
Oh. Who's your carrier?
Yeah, my carrier. No, time. It's the Delta people that are the founder. Yeah, my Verizon.
Yeah, but if you go to Verizon and they should be able to pull up your account and pull the serial number from your account, and then you can give it to the airline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what my dad thinks. That they keep asking for the serial number. They also keep saying that they haven't found it yet. Yeah. What my dad thinks is that they have it in their lost and found bin, where they're keeping a bunch of phones, and they don't know, which one is mine unless they have the serial number.
Yeah, I have I have an iPhone. I just went to I just did a search on the word serial number, and it pulled it right up.
Yes,
it's under it's under general about, and there's
yes, I know, but I don't have my phone.
It's all there on the phone. So
yes,
if it's on the phone, then Verizon should be able to pull it up and give it to you with no issue.
My serial number stays in my contract. I have a contract with O2, and I have paperwork for this, and in this paperwork is my serial number.
Yeah, and the paperwork nowadays is in this country is all electronic. They don't even give you any anymore. Yeah, it's all in your account, and you should be able to have it pull it up for you.
Yeah. But
just go to Verizon and say, I need the serial number on my iPhone or my Droid, and here's my phone number, and they should be able to give you that serial number in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so we went to the Mall of America. Yeah, we met up with my my dad's cousin, and who lives in Minneapolis. So we went to we met at the mall. We went to a hibachi place to eat. Yeah.
I love those places.
Inside the mall, where they, cook the food in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I love those places. I really do.
And they do, the volcano, right, with the onions. Yeah.
Yep.
And then make
they do the shrimp so good.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, they do. They had the colossal shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem with some of those places is they don't give you enough food.
No, I had plenty of food.
You want a taco.
I had plenty of food. I got shrimp, I had steak, I had fried rice. So yeah.
The way I eat nowadays, I probably have enough food. But back when I was eating a lot more, I would walk out of some of those places and I'd say, I gotta get some more food. Oh, Jason, I wish we had done that. You know what? Next time you're in Florida, we got to do that. I need to go to Aruba. I have never been to Aruba. I see it's a beautiful place, and I need to go to Aruba. And Jason and I need to do another interview. And
Aruba is located in the Pacific, huh?
No, it's located off the coast of South America.
It's in the Caribbean. Yeah.
Caribbean. Yeah.
Caribbean.
It's right off the coast of
Caribbean
South America.
or Caribbean. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only way you can get a direct flight to Aruba is to go to Miami.
And Design Atelier is the Pirate of the Caribbeans.
Yes.
Yeah,
Captain Jack Sparrow or what?
Yeah, usually
he's what we call a watch pirate.
Yeah, usually if it's Caribbean or Caribbean, depends on the context. I will say pirates of the Caribbean, but then I will also say the Royal Caribbean. So
well, Vandy, I am not Natalie Holloway. I don't look like Natalie Holloway, so
who is Natalie
I'm
Holloway?
not worried about that.
I have no idea.
This was a long time ago, unfortunately. This very, very pretty, blonde, blue-eyed college student named Natalie Holloway was down in Aruba for spring break, and there was some little Dutch teenager that has been accused, but I don't think ever convicted, she disappeared. I don't think they ever found her body. But this Dutch kid, teenager, they thought that he offed her, but I don't think they ever proved it. They never found her body, and it's just a whole tragic case. But it grabbed the headlines in this guy. I think she was from Alabama. Beautiful girl, and she's just gone. They don't know what happened to her. Oh, he's in prison in South America for doing it to another woman there. Okay, I didn't know that. I forgot the kid's name. It was Vander something, I think.
Vander something. Well, if he did it to Natalie Holloway, if he did it to someone in South America, then that also means that he did it to Natalie Holloway.
Here we go. And Natalie Holloway was an 18-year-old American high school graduate who disappeared on the island of Aruba on May 30th, 2005 during a graduation trip. Her disappearance became a major international story, particularly in the United States. The main suspect in her disappearance was Johan van der Sloot, Dutch citizen who had last seen with her. In 2023, van der Sloot confessed to killing Natalie Holloway after she rejected his sexual advances, stating he beat her to death with a cinder block and disposed of her body in the ocean. Van der Sloot in 2023 serving prison time in Peru for a separate crime, confessed to killing Natalie Holloway. Legal outcomes. Despite the confession, Van der Sloot cannot be charged with murder in Aruba due to statute of limitations. He is currently serving a 20-year sentence in the United States for extortion and wire fraud related to the case. He will also serve the remaining time on his 28-year prison term in Peru.
Yeah, let him stay in Peru. We don't want him here. Yeah.
Natalie's body has never been found. The case remains a source of pain for her family and ongoing interest.
Yeah, that's at least 48 years in prison.
Well, considering he was another 18-year-old kid when he went into prison or whatever, he's going to spend the majority of his life in prison.
If he killed someone, well, that's soft.
Yeah. He did it to a wealthy political daughter in South America, so they caught him. Okay. Well, It's a shame that her body has never been and probably never will be found, but at least the confession a couple of years ago gives the family some closure.
Right.
It's a shame that he's still alive, quite honestly, but
yeah, closure.
Vandy arrogant, which is kind of, I don't know about that. I honestly, I don't think I've ever met anyone of Dutch heritage, so I can't speak to anything arrogant or otherwise.
You've never met a Dutchman, so
No.
I met
So what
thousands
else
of
about
them.
your trip to Minnesota?
yeah. What about the Flying Dutchman? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
anyway, right. Minnesota, right. So, yeah, we did go to like this old trading post for like the fur trade, where the Indians would like trap these mama beavers, and then they would like sell their furs to the white people. Yeah.
ooh, trapping beavers.
Yes. Well,
So,
I mean that was just the place where they traded them. But yeah,
Did you ever eat beaver, Vic?
eat beaver? No,
It's
I've
absolutely,
eaten
no,
plenty
no.
of
Why
beaver.
would
it's
I?
absolutely.
Why would I eat? Why would I eat beaver?
I tell you what, I ate some in Russia, and it was absolute delicious.
You went all the way to Russia to
Yeah,
eat
you've
No,
beaver?
been
They
I
don't
you've
have
been
was
they
to
don't have
Russia.
they don't have
no,
beaver running around in Germany.
no.
You know what? I still don't think he gets
In
the double
Germany,
entendre here.
it's forbidden to hunt and eat beavers. So in
You,
Russia,
you,
not
you,
Oh,
at the
that's
time.
Sven,
Germany.
is the double entendre going right over your head?
What?
Why don't you Google beaver and see what it's slang
Yeah,
for, and then get
beaver.
back to me?
It means a woman's unshaved
Hoo-ha.
private region.
Oh
Yeah.
no, a beaver is a
Unshaved
beaver. A beaver
nether
is a.
region. There we
Oh,
go.
okay.
The down below.
So that's why I said to
Okay,
you, Sven, I've eaten plenty of beaver in my lifetime. Thank you very much.
okay. I mean the animal.
Well,
I don't need your Southern slang, boys. If you want to troll me, I can't slap Saleen behind his ears because he's older than me and I have to
Yeah.
respect
So
his
when
age. But
so
I
when
can do
did
it
you?
with Vic.
Yeah. So when did you go to Russia?
I was in Russia with my wife and my oldest son in 1999, and we ride the train from Moscow to Vladivostok, the Trans-Siberian Railway, all the way. So, and
Yeah.
when we arrived in Vladivostok, uh, we took we visited 2 days Vladivostok, and we took another train to Beijing, China.
Beijing. Wow.
Yeah, and we made a stop. It goes Vladivostok, Mongolia, and this was the most beautiful and the most harsh country I ever been to. Forget deserts in the US, forget Sahara. Mongolia is the most harsh country in the world. You wouldn't believe thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of square miles, only small grassland. In the winter, minus 60 degrees for 6 months. In the summer, literally 110 for 6 months. There is no spring, there is no fall. They have summer, 3 weeks, and winter. 3 weeks, and then the summer. It's absolutely crazy. And they live
Wow.
in yurts. They have a big town, Ulaanbaatar. It's maybe the size of Baton Rouge, like this. So maybe 500,000 people or something like that. So this is the capital. And 80% of the population lives on the land, and they don't live in houses; they live in yurts. And Mongolia is so impressive. Wow. And Beijing is a little too big for me. It's maybe 5 times the. It's 5 times bigger maybe as Los Angeles or New York.
Right,
It's unbelievable.
Right. And then how many times as big as Berlin?
Berlin is from one end to the another is north-south is maybe 35 miles, and east-west is maybe 50 miles. So because it was East Berlin back in the days and West Berlin. So and they clutched it together. Berlin is from the square miles, a big city, but we have only maybe 5 with the suburbs, maybe 6 million people. In Beijing, there are 30 million.
And okay, I thought there was more like 100 million, but okay, so like 10 million or
no,
something.
Berlin
No,
population.
I meant in Beijing. Yeah.
No, Beijing with suburbs, I think 20 million or something like that.
Yeah.
The biggest town in the world is Tokyo.
Yeah.
So and they have near 40 million or something like that. I don't know exactly. So and Beijing is right up there. They have maybe 30 or something like that. But it's a big town, but very beautiful and very safe.
That's because their culture emphasizes rules.
Yeah, just like Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, and Japan. Not like Georgia.
Nope. Yeah, not like Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Atlanta! You remember the first Slob Olympics in Atlanta? The cops were more interested in sitting in their cars than doing anything else.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
The only time they got out of their cars to do anything is when they caught us playing some Slob Olympic game on the sidewalk. They didn't like that.
Yeah.
You remember Chess Hall wanted to go argue with him.
Yes.
I said, Chess, I actually said to him, among other people, I said, Chess, if you get arrested for arguing with them, I'm not bailing your ass out. I said, your fat ass is going to sit in jail. Nobody's bailing you out, sir. Yeah, I after that, I said, I'm never going back to Atlanta. Downtown Atlanta especially, is just too damn dangerous.
Yeah, I was one time in Atlanta. I came from Germany and want to go to Stockville, and there was a direct flight from Amsterdam. I went from Berlin by train to Amsterdam. It's a 5.5, 6 hour ride, and if you have a flight ticket, the train ticket is included in the flight ticket. You don't need an extra ticket for the train. You can go by train, and the airplane company will pay for this ticket. So, and I went from Amsterdam to Atlanta, and I want to visit Atlanta a little bit, and stayed one day there. And I didn't feel safe there. And I was one time in Jackson, and it was the same experience. We went for a Jackson State University way before Dion was there for a game against Mississippi State Valley. And this is the university where Jerry Rice played for, State Valley. And it was a swag contest, and 63,000 people inside. Crazy. The stadium was nice, but the rest, it's a shithole. You wouldn't believe it.
Well, there's a reason that Mississippi is the poorest state in the country.
Yeah, but you have towns like Starkville. In Starkville is near zero criminals. In Tupelo, near zero criminals. These mid-sized towns, so 30 to 80,000 people, there is no crime. But the bigger cities, or if you go down in the Delta, there is no jobs. They have no jobs. They have no future.
Wasn't Elvis Presley from Tupelo?
He is from Tupelo.
Okay. I thought it was from Memphis. Okay.
No, he lived in Memphis.
He lived in Memphis.
Nashville, somewhere. I don't know. He lived in Tennessee, but he was born in Tupelo.
He lived in Memphis.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Elvis fan, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I like Led Zeppelin more.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
And the old blues guys like B.B. King, Lightning Hopkins, Buddy Guy, John Lee Hooker, the Boogeyman. I like this more.
Boogeyman.
So and parts of northern Mississippi, Starkville and Oxford are in the north of Mississippi, and Starkville was named last year best small town in America. And I can agree with that. Starkville is a really nice place. It's really nice. The only thing what is absolute terrible is the traffic on game day, because it's so small. It's on. If you want to go to a game, bring your ass at 6 a.m. to town. By the way, what I want to ask you, Saleen, is Legway now injured or is he not injured? Do you know anything?
Last I heard is he's practicing, he's taking reps, and he's trying to take it easy on his calf. But he's supposed to be ready for game day.
Yeah, what I didn't get is, I mean, first of all, I don't give a damn about the AAP poll. I mean, first of all, who the heck is AP? Associated Press. They have no clue. They never watched any college game. Never in their life. So, but to know that Florida has, let's say, a top 5 schedule in all of college ball, what is the fact? So, and they have a half freshman quarterback who played in 6 games, missed 1.5 of them, didn't practice until mid-June, so had 3 injuries, and to rank them 15th is borderline retarded.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I suspect the first game of the year, we will see Lagway play the entire first half. And then maybe they'll play him a little bit in the third quarter, but I suspect somewhere along the line of the midway, early in the third quarter, they'll pull him, and they'll start the second. They'll run the second string QB out there.
Who is this?
Just to get Lagway playing at game speed and so on. But I don't think you'll see him very much in the second half. I mean, it's Long Island University. They're not. The outcome of the game is not in doubt.
Yeah. If Mississippi State loses the first game, it's the last game Jeff Levy ever coached at Mississippi State. That's a fact. If he loses to Southern week 1, he's gone. They fire him on the spot.
Well,
he only has to win 3 games. He has to beat Southern, Akron, and Northern Illinois, and he's safe.
Yeah, watch out. Yeah, watch out for Northern Illinois. Yeah.
Northern Illinois didn't beat Notre Dame, Vic. I told you this before. Notre Dame beat Notre Dame. I mean, if you turn the ball over 6 times in a ball game, you don't have to. Do you remember 2019, the South Carolina game?
Yes, yeah, I do.
Don't tell me that South Carolina beat you.
No.
The
Okay.
UGA Bulldogs beat
we
the
had
UGA Bulldogs.
Yeah, we had
4 or 5
4
interceptions.
turnovers. Yeah, 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
It was Fromm had 3 interceptions and a fumble.
Yeah, and you gave the ball South Carolina on the 20-yard line, on the 10-yard line. You know what I'm talking about.
That's right. Gave up one offensive touchdown the whole game.
Yeah, and
the other touchdown South Carolina had was a pick 6.
Yeah, and if you turn the ball over, you can't win games. Huh? As simple as this. Yeah, and Notre Dame had 5 or 6 turnovers in this game. It was unbelievable. I mean, think of this. They beat Georgia. They kicked Georgia's ass. Georgia.
Yes, they beat Georgia. They beat Penn State.
Yeah,
they
I mean, and these are 2 of the top.
They beat Indiana.
I mean, that's Georgia and Penn State. Let's say they are 2 of the top 10 defenses. At least. Penn State had a little bit better defense as Georgia, I guess, last year. But anyway, Georgia had not a bad defense. I mean, normally they are ranked first, but last year it was maybe 8th, 10th, whatever.
No, more like 20th. But yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Our defense was down in the 20s.
Yeah,
in the 20s last year.
Yeah, you had not a bad defense. So for Georgia standards, bad, but national scene, it was a good defense. So and Notre Dame had a really good defense, and they got their ass kicked at home by Northern Illinois. If Mississippi State makes no mistakes, Northern Illinois gets blown out by 30 points, and that's it. If Mississippi State turns the ball over 3-4 times, we get our butt kicked. As simple as that. So, and our big hope is that Chapin stays alive until the Tennessee game. And that would give us a chance to get 4-0. Because I think Arizona State without Scadaboo will not be as near as good as last year. Because Scadaboo was 90% of this offense. Sam Levitt is a good quarterback, but Scadaboo was 90% of this team.
Did Scadaboo get into the No Fun League?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Scadaboo was drafted
the Giants
with Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart from Ole Miss to the New York Giants, and the New York Giants went to the Buffalo Bills in their first preseason game and kicked their ass by a lot. They scored 30, 35, or what was it, Vic, on the Bills? On the road.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I don't really watch preseason games. I watched the Falcons preseason game, but
yeah, and you were upset. Yeah, the Giants scored over 30 points, and I think the Giants are one draft away to be back in the 10-win region. I mean, they will maybe win 6, 7, 8 games this year, but the Dallas Cowboys will be dead last in the NFC East. They stink. They have no O-line. What is his name? The edge rusher? Micah Parsons. Micah
Parsons.
He said he wanted out of there. He requested a trade. He said, I have no fun here, and leave me alone, Jerry. I want out of here. So, and if Micah Parsons leaves the Cowboys, they are dead. I hate it for Dak, but Dak made $750 million there. He will be fine. Yeah, and I think we can beat Arizona State. And if we beat Arizona State, week 5 is the game for Mississippi State in a long, long time, the biggest game. Tennessee comes to town. We are maybe, if we are 4-0, it will be sold out crowd and we will beat Tennessee. I can promise you that.
You will beat Tennessee. Huh?
Yeah. If we are 4-0, if we beat Arizona State, yeah, of course, bold. If we are 4-0 and Tennessee comes to town, Tennessee is 3-1 at this time. They play Georgia in week 2 or week 3, so they will already have a loss, and we can beat. Tennessee is not good on the road. Hyper can't win on the road. And we have a guy from a radio station from Mississippi. He's a former quarterback for Mississippi State, Matt White. He played on the 98, 99, 2000 teams, who won the SEC West and lost in the SEC championship to the 98 Tennessee team. And he said, our defense is 3,000% better as last year. And if this is true, and if this comes true, and we have not a good defense, a decent defense, offensively, we can cope with everyone. We can cope with Georgia, we can cope with Alabama, we can cope with LSU, we can cope with Texas. You saw it last year. Right. It was a shitty team, but we scored on everyone 30 points. On everyone. Near everyone. So, and Shapen is better as Van Buren from a throwing standpoint. And if he stays healthy, we have a shot against Tennessee. When I made my prediction video with Vic, I didn't know that with this defense, but now we will see. Huh?
I think Vandy Dandy agrees with you. I think Tennessee's going to be in a free fall this year.
Yeah, 7-5 at best, 8-4.
I just hope Florida beats them. Sorry to my big boy up in the sky, but
Florida never loses.
BBD, miss you greatly, but I hope Florida beats Tennessee every time they face them.
Yeah, I made always a bet with PVD. Always when Tennessee played State in hoops or in baseball, we always had a $10 bet. Always. Yeah.
Always.
I miss the big ball daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I know his daughter does. She posts about it all the time on the Book of Faces. Must be hard for her being like early 20s, and she's lost her dad. I don't know what the disposition is with her mom, but she lost her dad pretty early.
That's bad.
Sad thing. I miss my dad, and I lost him when I was 58. I had him all my life, and for a long time. Don't miss my pops.
Yeah, people are getting older. It is what it is.
Yep, I'm getting older every day. I see it. I see it.
Yeah. When I turn 60, I ban all the mirrors out of my apartment.
No, it isn't that bad. Yeah, I tell you now, at 60, I feel better than I did in my 50s, mostly because I dropped all that weight. Not carrying around as much girth.
The mid 40s to the early 50s are the best time in the life. you are financial a little bit settled. The kids are big enough to do their own thing, and you have the knowledge and the brain to do certain things better as in your early 20s. And you're still in good shape.
Yep.
So
yeah, so I do have so I am getting a new phone. It's supposed to be arriving on Friday. So
okay.
What kind of phone you getting?
an iPhone 16.
Is it for free or have you to pay for it?
No, I paid for it. Yeah.
The new handies in Germany
so
are expensive as hell.
Yeah. So I won't be phoneless for too much longer. So
Yeah. I give you my number again on Friday on the show, and
if I need it, I may be able to pull all of my contacts from the cloud. So
we will see. We will get it done. It's only for emergency cases. If you are stranded in Germany anywhere in the near future,
right? Yeah.
And
yes.
I have to rescue you.
Yes, of course.
I would do it. I would do it. I had this one time before. In my early 30s, I was on a train with my wife and my daughter. It was maybe 10 p.m. and there was a Chinese couple on the train station in Berlin, and they talked to a guy, and it was loud, and they couldn't understand them. And my wife went there and said, "What's going on here?" And they told them they had a reservation for a hotel room overnight. They came from Poland, from Warsaw, as a tourist. Had a one night reservation on the train hotel, direct on the train station, and the next train was going at 9 in the morning. So, and the hotel was booked out, and they didn't let them in. And the reservation, they had a reservation, but they didn't accept it. And we said, okay, come with us. And we took them to our house. We rescued the two Chinese people for one night.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and they want to give us $100. And I said, you know what? Spend it on a coffee or whatever. Take your money and leave us alone. We brought them to the train station, and it was okay. I mean, sometimes in life you have to do certain things. And I saw the reservation. It was all right. And I mean, if they are strangers, I don't do such things normally. But in this case, it was an elderly couple, maybe in their mid-50s, and it was okay.
Yeah, it was things that were outside of their control. So
yeah, of course they had
everything done right, but the mean hotel people wouldn't give them their room.
Yeah. So, and you can't stay in October. I think it was October. It was maybe 30, 35, 40 degrees outside. So it was rainy weather, cold, and
it's too cold to be on the street. Yeah,
and you can't stay 14 hours on the street or 12 hours or whatever. So, and we lived nearby the train station. It was with the bus, 3 stations. It's a 5-minute ride, and we said, "Come over." We gave them the room from our biggest boy, and I said, "You sleep over here on the couch, and you give." So he did it, and they had their room. It was one bed. It was a small room, but it's better as nothing. They had a shower, they had a breakfast, and all fine. But it's a long time ago. I guess in Jackson, I would. If I live in Jackson, Mississippi, I wouldn't do this.
Oh.
And Vic, what does the NCAA do with Mateo?
I don't know. I don't know.
This
I
is
don't know.
crazy.
Probably nothing.
I mean, isn't that crazy? I mean, normally he should get suspended for stupidity. 6 games or something like that.
So you think the NCAA is gonna drop the hammer on him, or
no? I mean, if the guy says he is in what is the he didn't anything wrong, I trust him on this way. But
really doesn't say that sports gambling is code for something else.
Yeah, but for the stupidity alone to put on your open Venmo sports gambling as a quarterback with NFL aspirations.
Yeah, I don't know why you would put sports gambling.
Is borderline retarded. It's borderline stupid. I mean, Mateo was a good quarterback and he had NFL aspirations. This move could cost him hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes, yeah, and who is?
Nah, he'll still get picked up. He'll get picked up by some team.
And who is Richard Roten? Yeah, the guy who he was giving the money to. Yeah.
I mean, the NCAA will get into this and they will find out who this guy is.
Yeah, they're trying to find. They need to find out who Richard Roten is. Yeah.
Yeah. And
he would still get picked up by a pro team that needs a quarterback. You know,
if he's guilty
if
or
a team
if
gets
he's
hit with a big
innocent,
enough injury bug, he'll find work.
Yeah, but the NFL, no NFL team will get someone on board who gambled. That I can tell you.
I don't believe that for a minute.
You saw it with Sanders. He dropped from first round to what was he drafted? 7th round?
Fifth round.
Yeah. So and his stupid move cost him maybe 50 million.
Really, what move?
He had a playbook from 2 teams. So and they asked him, okay, read the playbook. It was 2 or 3 plays, and we talk about tomorrow over it. And he didn't do it. He said, I give a shit about your playbook, and that cost him 5 rounds.
Yeah, what team? What were the teams that he had the playbook?
I forgot it. You can read about it on YouTube or watch it. I forgot the teams, but it was he had a playbook, and he said, I give a shit about playbooks, or I didn't do it.
So he had a playbook, and they were like going to like quiz him on the playbook.
Yeah, and he didn't do his homework,
and he didn't study. He didn't study, so
yeah, and this cost him not his name and not his ability to play quarterback, simply his manner. He didn't do what he's supposed to do as a franchise quarterback. Or in real English, he fucked it up. What is mind-blowing. I mean, the Sanders family maybe don't need money, but
no.
There's a difference between a bona fide top 5 pick and a 5th rounder. Dak Prescott on his first contract made $900,000. He was a fourth rounder in 2016. Carson Wentz was second overall, and he made 16 million back in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small difference, and I mean, the wager was going up, not down. I guess nowadays, if you are the number 1 or number 2 overall pick, you get a little bit more as 16 millions. And I don't get it. If your boss tells you, okay, study this and we talk about tomorrow, I do it. For 20 million or 50 million, I do it. I have no problem with it. Goodness me. So anyway. You're going to mom's house, Saleen?
Yeah, I'll be leaving in a few minutes.
In about 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Is she okay? Health-wise?
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine.
Say hello to her.
Oh, I will. Oh, she's fine. She's got that the hurricane shutters across the whole back of the house now.
What?
And they make great security shutters too. So
what is the shutter?
They make these they call them shutters, but they're really not. They're more like they come in this big they look like big roll-up garage doors. But I think these are made out of like a Kevlar material, and you can drop them down electrically. You can just drop them down, and they lock in place. And basically, they're good for Category 4 wind protection.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
then they're also good
breakers.
they're also good for keeping people out. Yeah, they're good to keep you from getting your home broken into.
Yeah, she's taken to dropping them down at night.
Yeah, okay.
Drop them at night, or it might also be good to be able to drop them at night if you're in a zombie apocalypse, because all the zombies come out at night. So
yes,
big hashtag newsflash: zombies only exist in Georgia. Yeah.
Well, they exist in downtown Atlanta anyway.
Yeah, it's full
they're
of zombies.
They're called meth heads.
Yeah, crackheads.
they live in the
meth is
they
in
live
Florida.
they live in the mountains. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got meth heads up in the mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the worst
the
town.
the hills of Georgia and the hills of Tennessee. You got.
Now I gotta say, I do miss being able to get out of Metro Atlanta and drive up north to places like Brasstown Bald and Helen and
I've been there. Yeah, I've been to those places.
and all those places up there. They're just beautiful up there, especially in the fall, and great roads to drive on and great places to go visit. But I miss that. But yeah, I do have to shut the stream down because I do have to get out of here. So I appreciate you guys coming, and I of course appreciated Ballard's earlier participation, and everyone in the chat. Of course, I appreciate them as well. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button on your way out, please, and thank you.
And you kick me out as always.
Yes, sir. So I will see you next week, Sven. Or maybe earlier if I can get some time.
Wednesday is the last time I stay in Germany. And Thursday I fly to Dublin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to see Kansas State, Iowa State. And my flight goes by Ryanair from Berlin Central at 5:27 p.m. and it's a 2-hour 20-minute flight.
No.
That's about how the flight to Minneapolis was about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, and it's the time difference is 1 hour between Ireland and Germany. Normally, the flight would take 1 hour 20 minutes.
Oh.
But it's a time zone change.
Are you going through a time change? So,
yeah.
Then I will wish you. I was going to say I wish you a safe journey.
Dublin is
me
okay.
too.
And I was last year there for Georgia Tech with Florida State, and there is so much security and police, and it's absolutely safe. If you don't get in the crackhead areas, you are safe. In the middle of the town, you are safe. Absolutely, 100% safe. There are so much people for this college game, you wouldn't believe it.
All right. Well, then I wish you a safe journey, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And have a good rest of the week.
I will.
And Vic, thanks for coming by again, as always.
Yep.
Welcome home.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. See you soon.
Okay.
And for the rest of you folks, of course, see you guys next week for episode 230 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, your congenial host, the SaleenDriver. Thank you for participating in the chat. Thank you for the 3 guys who participated in the StreamYard. Thank you all for being here and doing what you do and allowing me to do what I do. Y'all have a good rest of the week. And remember, this weekend is the last weekend until the end of the year and into next year that there's no college football. We're getting close, folks. Getting close. Have a good one. Peace.